Hi Maria, how are you?
I'm fabulous. How are you?
I'm very good, very good. So what made you decide to get involved in professional wrestling?
I'm just a huge fan of it when I was growing up. I'd watched Roddy Piper, I'd watched Hulk Hogan, and I just thought that they had so much fun out there. And then when I got a little older, I watched the Hardy Boys and Lita and Trish Stratus. And of course, I thought The Rock was hot. So when I saw the Diva Search, I decided to enter.
So take us back to your training, because it's been an ongoing process for you. Has it been harder than you thought it would be?
It was as hard. I never had a level of what the training would be like. It's not any harder than I thought it would be, but it is difficult, and it is an ongoing process. Because I was an interviewer, I didn't have as many matches early on in my career. For the first 2 years that I was with WWE, basically what I did was interview. And then from there, it was, I had a lot of time where I came out with Santino. Not until really I moved to SmackDown have I had matches every single week.
Yeah. Well, you've come a long way from the backstage interviewer that we were all introduced to. Who do you credit that evolution to?
Oh gosh, there are a whole number of people. Mickey James was with me a lot when I was down in Ohio Valley Wrestling. I worked with Beth Phoenix so much when I first started having matches, and she's an incredible wrestler and definitely someone that's intimidating. Since I moved over to SmackDown, I really enjoyed working with Michelle. I've enjoyed working with Natalia, and Victoria is such a great mentor as well. Chip Finley, he does a lot of, our matches and works with us a lot. So it's a whole bunch of people. Right.
What were your thoughts on the way that you were originally cast, as a bit of a tip?
I enjoyed it. I always enjoyed it. It's great. We constantly say things, do things we don't want to do, or we accidentally say. We have those 50 moments, and that's okay, and it was just kind of an extension of that, of, having those moments of being like, oh no, why did I say that? So, I mean, it was fun, and I still have fun with it.
So what was the main factor, though, that saw you move into the, take no shit diva that we see today?
I think it was just me fighting for getting in the ring more. Now, I always wanted to from the very beginning, but I never had that opportunity. And I kept asking, can I please go on the road and wrestle? Can I please do a match on TV? Can I do something, And finally, they started to give it to me.
The Playboy shoot. Can you tell us what was the most surprising thing about the shoot itself? Did you go there and it was like, oh, I wasn't expecting that?
Yeah, I wasn't nervous.
You weren't nervous?
I was fine. No, not at all. I was completely comfortable and confident. And to me, I was like, all right, I'm woman, hear me roar. I don't mind. I'm just here, I'll do my thing. So, I enjoyed it. They treated me wonderfully.
Right, that's great. Now, the rumors are, if I have this right, that you create all your own outfits. Is that true?
I create a lot of them. Not all, because we travel so many days out of the year that I'm not able to create every single thing that I wear. And I would love to. And if I had that opportunity, it'd be great. But I do design a lot of my outfits.
Cool. Aside from the in-ring action, what's the best aspect of being involved with WWE?
You know what? Just coming out. As soon as I step through the curtain, it's like this adrenaline rush just hits you. It's just empowering, and it's so much fun. The fans are just absolutely amazing. And it's like changing into a new person every time they come through that curtain. It's just wonderful.
You've been part of the tribute to the troops a few times now. Can you give us some idea what it's been like travelling to these dangerous places and then talking to the men and women involved over there?
definitely. This is my fourth time going on a Tribute to the Troops tour, and WWE has been doing it for 6 years.
Yeah.
To go to these bases. And WWE works with over 130 different bases around the world, and different hospitals and military places that they have. And to go out there and to do the Tribute to the Troops it's just a huge undertaking. It's a huge event. We go over there on a C-17. Our ring, our luggage, our gear, our producers, our cameramen, our directors, and all of the superstars and divas are on the plane together.
Yeah, I've seen the photos. They look amazing.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
And then when we get over there, we set up the ring, and all of those 4 different groups, and 3 groups this year went out and visited all the different forward operating bases. So we're visiting bases that nobody else will go to.
Wow.
Because it's that far out there. It's in the action.
Is it scary?
I haven't been really involved in one of the groups that either got mortared or had to come down and smoke or anything like that. So I haven't really been that scared, but I do know that there's been times that it's been very scary. But in the end, it is so nice to see the guys get excited and to get happy.
Yeah.
They're part of our show.
Yeah.
They're part of the Tribute to the Troops. It's amazing because their parents are both. They can watch it this year on NBC, and it's on December 20th. And they can see, their parents can see some of their sons and daughters. It's a great thing.
It is. It's really awesome. There seems to have been a shift in the tone of women's wrestling lately in WWE, and you have been a major part of that. What do you think has contributed most to women in WWE being seen as competitive athletes rather than just eye candy?
Well, the women every single year or month, even days sometimes, are improving. We're changing. We're evolving. We've been more out in the public eye when we've been doing things like the Project Sunways, or me and Eve did a magic show together. We've walked the red carpet more often, and we're doing stuff, more and more with the troops and with charity groups and charity events. So we're showing a different side of WWE, and especially the divas, because there's always, one or there's 2 of us going out and doing these things.
Yeah.
So we're showing that different side, and it's helping. And plus, we've had, we have some great wrestlers in the ring, and a lot of people we can learn from, whether it be Victoria, or you got Beth Phoenix, who's been wrestling for a very long time, or Mickey James, who's also been wrestling for a very long time. So there's a lot of different aspects. Everybody brings something different to the table, and everybody's background is so diverse that I think it builds a greater Divas brand.
Yeah. What is something that fans would be surprised to learn about Maria?
I always say I can touch my tongue to my nose, but I think everybody knows this. I am very much a homebody when it comes to, when I'm home and when I'm having a couple days off. I like to be on a little place called Couch Island, and I just basically stay there. So I'm a homebody. And I'm not a huge fan of, I don't even know how to describe them. I'm not a huge comic movie fan, or not comic, but comedic movies, or the humor and stuff like that. I more or less love sci-fi and
really
the Star Wars and Lord of the Rings stuff, and I love Twilight. So more of the sci-fi stuff.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now, Maria, you're on SmackDown. These interviews that we're doing are supposed to be promoting the Raw tour to New Zealand in July.
Yeah.
Is this that I'm talking to you? Is this a hint, a draft pick in the future?
I don't know. We'll have to see. It's so funny. We don't know what we're doing from day to day, so maybe they know more than me, and they just kind of put me on it, but I don't know.
Have you ever been out here to New Zealand?
I've never been on the New Zealand or the Australian tour, which is so funny to me because I spent a month and a half over there when I was shooting Outback Jack.
Right. Okay. And finally, what does the future hold for you, Maria?
Hopefully a Davis championship.
Yeah.
I've been fighting for that thing ever since I moved to SmackDown. But beyond that, I definitely would love to do one of the WWE films.
Right.
I'm trying to get my feet wet in the music and the creating an album and creating something really great. And of course, fashion is always a huge passion of mine, and I definitely want to start something with it. And I have been working gradually towards it. Just with our schedule, it's very hard to do outside projects, but you never know what can actually pop up. So I'm excited for the future.
Excellent, excellent. Well, again, thank you so much for your time today. We really, really appreciate it. And who knows, hopefully we'll be seeing you out here in New Zealand sometime soon.
I hope so as well.